What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 here in the winter season of series number 2. We're driving around in our 1995 Nissan Nismo GTR LM that we unlocked in the last video. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. But today we're going to be continuing on in the festival playlist, and we're going to knock out one of the seasonal championships, being the Feliz Navidad Dirt Championship, to get the Hoonigan Escort. So car restrictions here are C600, and it has to be from the 1970s. So I've got 3 cars set up. We'll go ahead and jump into the first one and then head over to start up this championship. All right, and so for our first race, we're going to be using the 1970 Datsun 510. The share code for the tune, along with the tuner's name, will be up on the screen now. Something to note before we jump into any of these races is you do not have to use 3 different vehicles for these events. I do so just to show you guys other options that can be used. You can pick one car that meets the criteria and use it in all 3 of these events. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what these races are in this seasonal championship. All right, so we've got a sprint race, and a circuit race. Good deal. All right, Pura del Camino Trail. Start us off here. So let's go ahead and get into it and see what the Datsun can do. Looks like we've got a Jimmy behind us. I think it's an old BMW right there, maybe? I'm not sure. Some old muscle cars. This is a dirt race, so I would assume that, just on the road, they're going to kind of beat us, but maybe as we get off-road, we'll have the upper hand. Guess we'll find out as we go along through here. Hard into the brakes. Come on, let's get past. Don't run me off the road there. Okay, or run me right into the barrier. That's chill too. You got all kinds of spun around there. Got a hard left coming up. And off-road we go. Let's see if we can maximize here. Up on the inside there. It seems like this is where we're going to kind of find that we can pass up the rest of the pack. Up on the inside. Need to pay a little bit more attention there. I was trying to go to the right rather than the left where it followed the trail. So we gave up first place. Just gonna keep on the power there. Ooh, hard on the brakes there. I was not paying attention yet again. Run into the drivatar a little bit as we exit to try to slow them down. So something else that I should mention is you don't actually have to come in first in all 3 of these races. This is a championship race, so you have a leaderboard at the end of the 3 races because you get points for wherever you finish position-wise in the 3 different races. And so you don't actually have to come in first in all 3 of the actual races. You just have to come in first place in the actual point standing. So just something to be aware of. Don't stress out if you come in second or third or whatever in one of the races. As long as you can make it work out with the points, you'll be fine in the end. But we are up in the first. I may just skip towards the end of the race just so that this video is not too terribly long. Because, there's no sense in wasting your all's time. So I'll see you guys here in a second unless anything funny or interesting happens in this last little leg of the race. Alright, coming up on the last turn now. The C-Class, I mean, these races, it's not really that long of a race. Just C-Class makes it take a little bit longer, just because it's a little bit slower of a vehicle. But across the line, we came in first there. And as you can see, we got first place. You can see the 20 points on the far right there. So this is the leaderboard for this race. If I hit continue, this is the championship leaderboard, and I can show you that better after our next race. So we'll go ahead and jump into our next car and into that next race. All right, so car number 2 is going to be the 1973 BMW 2002 Turbo. The share code for the tune on this one will be up on the screen now, and this is actually a tune that I made, so I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but we're just going to try it out here and see what we can do. So if you guys do use my tune, definitely let me know down in the comments below, and definitely give me some feedback on it. If it worked out for you, if you have any criticism or, creative feedback, definitely it would be much appreciated. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right. Desierto Trail, I'm assuming. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but it's okay. Here we go. Let's see what this little BMW can do. Again, this is a tune that I made, so I'm not 100% certain how well it'll do. But yeah, I'm trying to get into where I'm making at least one of the tunes for most of the videos on the seasonal championships. I definitely won't be doing trial event tunes for a while, at least until I'm more comfortable. Just because I don't want to recommend a tune that might potentially not be great for you guys to have the best chance at winning the trial event. So I'll always stick with a tuner that I know for those. But for these seasonal championship races, I get to try them out at least first, and then, if it's just like completely awful or I can't even use it in these videos, then I won't recommend it to you, obviously. But yeah, I'm just trying to, reach out a little bit as far as, expand my knowledge of tuning and stuff like that. So just having feedback from you guys is definitely beneficial and such like that. So we are up into first with our car. It does feel good. I mean, it's only in C class, so it's not like it can be super duper terrible. As long as it's got the power to be up into first place, it's relatively fine. Turn-in wise, it doesn't seem awful. Doesn't seem like it's got any understeer or oversteer. It's kind of like the perfect amount, in my opinion. And I guess something else to note too is, like, just because this tune works for somebody, it may not work for somebody else, just because people have different driving styles. And right now I use automatic, so that might play a factor into it as well. But yeah, I mean, for my driving style, this works pretty well. Feels good on the dirt. A little understeer there, but I think it caught grip as we needed it to. Just hit the brakes a little dab of the brake there. Pull the e-brake, see what that looks like. Nice little drift around that corner. Another pull of the e-brake, dab of the e-brake, little drift tap. Is it gonna give that to me? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this thing feels really good. I'm not mad at it, that's for sure. But again, definitely let me know if you guys use my tune down below in the comments. I'm very curious to see, what you guys think of it, if it worked out for you all, etc., etc. But we are coming up on the last little straightaway here, and we've got the Drivatars well behind us. And go in with a little bit of style across the finish line for another first place finish. Alright, so got 20 more points there, as you can see. If I hit next, you'll be able to see a really good breakdown of the championship leaderboard. You can see we have 40 points now because we came in first in the first 2 races. And then you can see we're 10 points ahead of second place, so realistically we just don't have to lose to whoever's in second place. I mean, we could come in like probably 4th or 5th and still win the event. So let's go ahead and jump into our final vehicle and our final race. Okay, here we go. So this is something that I haven't used yet since I've been playing Horizon 5. This is the 1970 GMC Jimmy. So I think this thing's really good at cross country. Obviously, this is a dirt race, so we're going to try it out here. I mean, those tires are absolutely massive on it, but the share code for the tune that's on it, along with the tuner's name, will be up on the screen if you want to check it out. But we're going to see how it does going around this Baja circuit here in Mexico. All right, Horizon Baja Scramble in the Jimmy. Let's see how quickly we can get up into first place here. As we start off this race, This thing is absolutely massive. It's hard to see over, especially when we're racing against cars. Wow, this thing turns in really well through there. Okay, that's cool. Dude just turns into us. The drivatars in this game are so funky sometimes. I don't know if this is going to be like an optimal car to use when we're racing like actual cars or not, so I just wanted to kind of test it because realistically everybody should have this car at one point or another because it's a barn find, so it can be a free car if you've got it in your garage already. And I just never gave it the time of day when I did get it, just because there's so many cars in this game that, you know, it's really hard to get excited over a big old SUV from the 70s, but this thing is pretty sweet. Let's see if we can catch up here with first place. I may come in second place in this race on purpose. Okay, well, we're gonna miss that checkpoint. Not on purpose, but I think I have that problem with that checkpoint like all the time on this scramble, just because I try to cut in way too much. Oh, we can barely see that car over the top of our car, but I may come in second place just to show you guys that you don't have to come in first every single event. So we're up into first now. I just want to make sure that it is proven that this car can, you know, get into first and stay in first. So I may just skip towards the end of the race and then let second place pass us up as we get closer to the final finish line. So I'll see you guys here in a second. Alright, we're getting close to the end of the race here. You can see that we just have an absolute giant gap, not only on second place, but the rest of the pack is just so far behind on this track. So we're just slowing down here, letting second place get up in front of us. I'm not going to let third. We're just going to keep him back there, but letting first place pass as we come across the finish line here with a little bit of style in the Jimmy. Man, that is a top heavy flipping hazard right there for sure. All right, so we got second place again. So now we'll get 16 points because that's what you get in second place, but that'll still keep us in first on the actual championship leaderboard, and we'll get first there. And then if we click next, it'll take us to the screen for the current race, and then it will give us that 1978 Ford Escort RS, I think a 180, and it's the Hoonigan Escort. But there we go, and that's how you can get the Hoonigan Escort here in the winter season of series number 2 of Forza Horizon 5. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a like on the video. Definitely get subscribed for future Forza Horizon 5 content just like this. But other than that, I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Have a Merry Christmas if you do celebrate. And we will see you in the next video.